Let us talk about log x minus log x, log of minus x, and log mod x and mod log mod x. First, look at the graph of log x, dear students. This is actually log x. How will be minus log x? See, dear students, this is minus log x. I hope you are understanding this. This is minus log x. Anybody can easily understand that, right? So, minus log x is this. Now, let us draw the graph of mod log x, right? This is minus log x, this is mod log x we have to draw, right? Don't get confused, there was a small printing error. It was printed as minus log x, actually it is for mod log x. Now, look at this. How to draw the graph of mod log x? First, draw the graph of log x, use x-axis as mirror and write the replica of all the portion of the graph which is below x-axis, right? Look at this. This is actually log x. Do you agree with me? Retain the part of the graph which is above x-axis as it is. Use x-axis as mirror, write the replica of this part of the graph. That means you will get this part, right? You will get this particular part. That means to say mod log x is actually log x if x is greater than 1, because this is 1 comma 0. Is that correct? And mod log x is equal to minus log x. Mod log x is minus log x if log x is negative. Log x is negative means this. Do you agree with me? When log x is negative if x lies between 0 and 1. So, now we have to draw the graph of minus log x if log x is negative. Log x is negative, minus log x means this particular part of the graph. That means to say this minus log x if log x is negative. When log x is negative, when x lies between 0 and 1, log x is negative. That means to say 0 less than x less than 1. Right? When x is equal to 0, log x is not defined. When x is equal to 1, log x is equal to 0. So, this is 1 comma 0. Understanding this, dear students? I hope, dear students, you have understood the graph of mod of log x. Mod of log x is log x if log x is positive, minus log x if log x is negative. When log x is positive, if x is greater than 1, log x is positive, right? When log x is negative, if x lies between 0 and 1, log x is negative. Understanding this? Now let us try to understand the graph of log of mod x. How to draw the graph of log of mod x? Dear students, log of mod x. See, dear students, it's a very simple logic. Do you agree with me? This is log x. Now y-axis has a mirror and we don't have any part of the graph which is towards left side of y-axis, so nothing to worry. Just write the replica of this graph using this line as a mirror. What is this line? Y-axis. So, using y-axis as a mirror, write the replica. Got it? This is log of mod x. See how simple the graph is. Next, we will talk about mod log mod x. Before that, you please make a note of this. What is mod log mod x? See, this is mod log mod x. Right. That is y is equal to mod log mod x. So, how to draw mod log mod x? There are two ways. First, draw mod log x, then complete that mod log mod x. Or first draw log mod x, then write mod log mod x. You can do it in any way. Easier is drawing log mod x and then writing modulus for that. This is log mod x. Do you agree with me? Correct? This is log mod x. part of the graph is log of mod x. Now retain the part of the graph whichever you have, whatever you have to above x-axis. Write the replica of the portion of the graph which is below x-axis. See, this is the portion of the graph which is below x-axis. I am just writing the replica of that. Is that correct? So even towards left side of y-axis also. This is the part of the graph which is above x-axis. I have to write its replica. So if I write, I'll get like this. Do you agree with me? This is mod log mod x. The first one is mod log x. Sorry, log mod x. Whatever now I have completed is mod log mod x. Very, very interesting graphs, dear students. I hope you are understanding this, right? We have discussed e power x, e power minus x, minus e power x, e power mod x, e power minus mod x. And now we have discussed log x, log of minus x, log of mod x, mod log x, mod log mod x. Usually, dear students, you will get a question like this. Log x is not defined if x is negative. Is log of minus x defined? That should not be a question for you from now onwards, dear students. The reason is log of minus x graph we drew. But remember, while drawing log of minus x, we were sure x is negative. So that log of minus x will be positive. Understood? Log of minus x is positive. That's why the graph looks like this. You can see log of minus x is defined only towards left side of y-axis. Whereas log x is defined towards only right side of y-axis. Before forgetting these students, I was talking about e power x, I was talking about e power minus x, e power mod x, e power minus mod x, log x, minus log x, log of minus x, mod log x, mod log mod x, log mod x. One thing we did not emphasize was the asymptote. What is an asymptote? Asymptote is that line which meets the curve at infinity. If you concentrate properly on e power x graph, negative x-axis is asymptote. That means to say, the line which meets the curve at infinity is called as an asymptote. For e power x, negative x-axis is asymptote. For e power minus x, positive x-axis is asymptote. Similarly, for log x, negative y-axis is asymptote. For minus log x, positive y-axis is asymptote. You can see here, dear students, see here, for log x, see, this line tries to meet this particular curve at minus infinity, right? Therefore, this is asymptote to this. Similarly, for minus log x, this line meets the curve at this point, infinity. This line meets this curve at plus infinity. Therefore, this line is asymptote for this. Even for negative x-axis is asymptote for e power x. See, dear students, the graph of e power x was like this. So, negative x-axis is asymptote for e power x. For e power minus x, positive x-axis is the asymptote. Understood this, dear students? Please make a note of this. Now, let us analyze sin x graph. Dear students, you should be knowing this. Sin x is a periodic function with period 2 pi. And sin x is an odd function. Domain of sin x is set of all real numbers. Range of sin x is it lies between -1 and +1. With this knowledge, let us draw the graph of sin x. You should have studied this in your high school or maybe in your 11th standard. Let us learn minus sin x, sin of minus x, mod sin x, sin mod x and all. Look at this, dear students. This is the graph of sin x. right? So all the graphs whatever I am drawing, they are not up to the scale, right? So this is clearly, this is pi by 2 and this is pi, right? This is 2 pi, this is minus pi, this is minus 2 pi, right? So the graph of sin x is like this. How will be the graph of minus sin x? Dear students, to draw the graph of minus sin x, first what I will do is, I will draw the graph of sin x. Do you agree with me? This is the graph of sin x, right? Minus sin x, right? It is very, very easy. Use x-axis as mirror and draw the replicas. That means to say, replica of the part of the graph which is in first quadrant should come in quadrant number 4 if x-axis is used as mirror. Is that correct? Replica of part of the graph, you have it in quadrant number 4, should come in quadrant number 1. Correct? So it continues like this. I hope the replica of this over x-axis image should be here. I think you are understanding this. Right. This is minus sin x graph. And how is sin of minus x, dear students? This is sin x. Sin of minus x is, use y-axis as a mirror. Use y-axis as a mirror. Just interchange the graphs of parts of the graph which is towards left side of y-axis to right side of y-axis and vice versa. That means to say, just write the replica of the part of the graph which is towards left side of y-axis using y-axis as a mirror. Then what you will get? This will come like this and continues, which is nothing but equal to minus sin x graph. So sin of minus x and minus sin x are one and the same. And of course, you should have studied this in your SSLC or 10th standard, right? Now, how is the graph of mod sin x? To draw the graph of mod sin x, what I will do first is I will just draw the graph of sin x, right? And after writing the sin x, then it is very, very easy to draw the graph of mod sin x. See, dear students, this is the graph of sin x. Right, this is the graph of sin x. Retain the part of the graph which is above x-axis. Right? This is the part of the graph you have above x-axis. Write the replica of part of the graph which is below x-axis. That is like this. Using x-axis as mirror, complete the graph. This is how it looks like. This is mod sin x. And of course, mod sin x belongs to 0 to 1, including 0 and including 1, right? So you will be studying this in your physics also. This is half wave, full wave rectified output. Anyway, how to draw the graph of sin mod x? Dear students, drawing sin mod x is very, very easy. Just draw the graph of sin x, whatever you have towards right side of y-axis. Retain the part of the graph of sin x towards right side of y-axis. Use y-axis as mirror. Write the replica of that particular part of the graph. That means to say, if you consider this is sin x, you have towards right side of y-axis. Sin mod x is a graph which is replica of this. See, dear students, this is sin mod x. I hope, dear students, you have understood the difference between mod sin x and sin mod x. And what will be mod sin mod x? Mod sin mod x will look like sin mod x itself. And however, mod sin mod x, you have only one point where the function is not differentiable, that is 0, 0. This you are going to explain, I am going to explain you later, right? Remember, these points are pi, 2 pi, this is once again pi, 2 pi, and this is minus pi, and this is minus 2 pi. Remember, sin mod x, domain and range are just like sin x, right? Domain of sin x, sin mod x is once again x belongs to set of real numbers, and the range is minus 1 to plus 1. But however, in case of mod sin x, domain is once again same, whereas range lies between 0 and 1. Sin x and minus sin x ranges are one and the same, right? And even domain and ranges of sin x and minus sin x are one and the same. Sin x and minus sin x, even sin of minus x also. I hope, dear students, you are understanding this, right? Sin x, minus sin x, sin mod x and mod sin x. Got it? Now let us discuss inverse function. Before that, you please make a note of this.
ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ದಿವಿಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇದೇ ಥರ ನೂರಾರು ವೀಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ.